Hi, folks. Welcome back to Pop Up Fizzle. I'm Jeff.
I'm Heidi.
And we're back with more Moonlighting. This particularly episode 4 of season 1 called The Next Murder You Hear. Interesting title.
Yep.
Last time we got a laser episode.
Laser.
Not my favorite episode so far.
No.
The laser side of it, the tech side was a little hokey and a little dated for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of fun dialogue though still. A lot of good character interactions and stuff like that. So it was fun. It's just the plot itself was kind of forgettable.
That's okay. I mean, that was for the day. We wanted to know more about those two people, so it's fine.
Sure. But we're going to dive into this episode and tell you our thoughts on it. We want you to watch along with us. This is not a substitute for watching the show. The only way you can do that right now, unfortunately, is to own the DVD sets like we do. But we hope that we can convince somebody to start streaming this show. So be sure and talk about watching these reactions. Spread the love, share this around as many places as you can, and use hashtag right now. Use hashtag bring back moonlighting. If we come up with a better hashtag,
we'll let you know.
We're open to suggestions for sure.
Yeah.
But definitely we want to call some attention to this great show and hopefully get it back in the spotlight a little bit.
And we have been thank you so much for everybody who has watched along with us and has commented on this. Glad to see that so many of you are enjoying this and remember it from back in the day.
That's right. If you want to support our channel, you can do that a few ways. You can click the thumbs up. That helps certainly get our videos out to the public at large, help them come up a little bit easier in the YouTube algorithm. But also consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. If you would like to see the uninterrupted version of this and you do own Moonlighting on DVD, then you can join us on Patreon, where you can download the full reaction and just sync it up and watch it. We also have Cash App available if you want to do a one-time donation, or if you want to buy some merch, we have that link down in the description as well, including our latest shirt, which is all about my Swiss cheese brain. You can see that right here. Thanks to our good friend Bob Raymond for that. There's also a link to his store where you can find some more of his t-shirts down there as well. Anyway, that's it. We're going to not waste any more of your time. We're going to dive right in and see what happens to David and Maddie this time.
Causing that feeling, don't you think?
Hey, what are you doing in here, man? Please!
Gross. Well.
It's a waste of a perfectly good phone.
What do you think?
I think it's sick and morbid.
Yeah, wild, isn't it? Everybody's talking about it, which is why it should be our next case.
Excuse me?
Don't you love it?
Who's the client?
Excuse me?
Who's the client? Who's gonna hire us?
What difference does it make? A murder is a murder is a murder. We solve this thing with or without
You're missing
a
my
client.
point.
Who's
gonna
paying
pay
us?
When we solve the
You're
murder?
missing my point. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You see this? You know what that is?
Tomorrow's trash.
The front page. That's what that is. That's where we belong. Lead stories, banner headlines. That's what we need.
Good morning, Miss Hayes. Some story about that radio guy getting shot, huh?
What can I say? It's on the tip of everyone's lips.
What a thing to happen, huh?
The killer is
Some kind of story. We gotta think about this.
Everyone's.
Why do I let you do this to me?
Hey, how does the Blue Moon Girl get involved in something as gruesome as this?
Just lucky, I guess.
No.
How many times will she quit in this episode, honey?
Working for?
At least 4 or 5.
Let's take bets.
Who we're working for?
What for?
What for? You want to know who we're working for?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not what?
Why not? What for? You want to know who we're working for?
What?
What? Talk to him.
Client confidentiality.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Sonny Bresnan today. Only wanted to work nights, 2 to 6. Talk to the lonely.
Why do you think that was?
Guess he wanted to keep his days free.
Why do you think that was?
I'm not sure.
Take a guess.
Vampire.
Why do you think that was?
A lot of married men work during the day. A lot of married women don't.
Oh.
Everybody needs a hobby.
Supposed to sit here and discuss my mental health with a man who refers to the act of human procreation as boinking?
See what I mean? Right away, you get all stiff and
No,
tense.
not right away. Not with everybody. Not with anybody. Just you. You make me stiff and tense.
I make you stiff and tense because I'm the only person in your life.
I'm not listening
Because
to
it makes you crazy to think that anybody out there is boinking when you can't.
I can't hear
Because
you.
it makes you crazy that the whole world
Not
is
a
out there
single
boinking. The
world.
whole
Not a
world
single
except
word.
you. Boink.
Shut up.
Boink. Boink, boink, boink. Boink, 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 boink. Can't you hear
Stop
me
it,
out there?
David.
Boink, boink, boink. Boink, 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 boink.
What?
My car.
I was going to say, you just need to stop short. Wow. Well, I guess that's why you don't wear a seatbelt.
Is it the day
out there wishing they could go to a foreign country and hide under a bed.
No, it's not just you.
You know, Greg Henry that's playing the deceased DJ is Peter Quill's grandfather in the Guardians movies.
Huh.
May have been a little rough.
May have been a little hasty in walking away from that case so quickly.
About taking
I think what I'd like to do is continue with the McCain investigation. What?
Excuse me?
Repeat what you just said.
No, you first.
The man on that tape is not the man Sonny Bresner described to us yesterday in the radio station.
He's not? I knew that.
This man is a man of extraordinary depth and understanding.
Is he?
He is? Of course he is. Deep? You haven't even scratched the surface. This guy was a Grand Canyon.
Anyway, if you're still interested in this particular case.
Me? Interested? Well, all right. I'm in this time. But I just want you to know, you owe me one.
Of course.
I thought we should begin with where McCain lives. See if that doesn't take us somewhere. I've always been curious about this.
Nothing to it. You stick the stick pin in, pull the stick pin out. You stick the stick pin in,
You shake it all about.
shake it all about.
All right.
Yep.
You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself about. That's what it's all about.
That's not how that works.
Hey, Sonny, talk about small worlds. You come to this closet too?
Hello. What are they doing here?
These people are investigators. They're investigating Paul's death.
I'm Madeline Hayes. And this is David Addison.
For who? For Arthur?
Arthur. We don't know any Arthur.
No, we were just hanging around trying on shoes.
You tell my husband to stop following me. I'll get lawyers. I'll get an injunction.
We don't know Arthur and we don't know you. The only thing we know is that Paul McCain used to live here and he's dead now.
And the only injunction we know is conjunction injunction.
That when you came in.
Now, what's your
You
function?
must have been very near and dear to the recently departed Mr. McCain because there are pictures of you all over this hacienda. He's a pretty good suspect.
I want to know where Video was when the murder went down, because I've heard that Video killed the radio star.
And the people who have no one just get left.
Come again?
Nothing else.
Why is it raining? It's LA. It doesn't rain out there.
I think it does when the Dodgers lose, too.
Well, they should never have left Brooklyn.
Dang bums. I just want to know where she's hiding the saxophone player.
Uh-huh.
You're alive!
Why couldn't you just leave it alone, huh?
I don't understand. You're alive!
Can I have your baby? No, of course not. That's a trick question. Bring me two of anything in a tequila family.
Really?
Drop the bomb.
What are you doing here? Why are you hanging on my door?
Cab driver kept trying to put me in a chair and I kept sliding out. It's really not that bad up here. I keep waiting for the Cowardly Lion and the Tin Man to come along.
David, you look awful.
David, stop.
No,
Stop now while
Which
there's
is
still
why,
time.
And I've given this a lot of thought. I will be more than happy to accommodate any urges, passions, or desires you may be filled with and find yourself unable to relieve. You understand the offer I'm making you? I
Gross.
happen to think it's damn nice of me. The trick is not to make a pig of yourself. Think carefully about what you want.
Company and the safety of your life, we're going to forget that the last 3 minutes ever happened. Nod yes, if you understand. For your information, I spent last evening with...
With who?
I gotta get out of here. You got a back door?
David, show Paul the back door and I'll see who it is.
Wait a second. I need to know. Are you gonna take my case?
Let me remind you how bad you look in stripes.
Of course we'll take your case.
Well, we need to talk some more. Maybe tonight at the radio station at 8.
Hire the two of you to find the killer.
We've got to start opening early. We're missing a lot of early bird business. All right. See what I tell you? This case turned out to be a gold mine.
That's when I saw the bullet hole in the center of his forehead.
It's turning out to be one of the more popular local attractions.
I'm scared. My affair with Paul is bound to come out, and when it does, everyone is going to see that I had the most to gain from Arthur's death. I didn't kill him, I swear it. Someone followed me here.
It's Arthur. He's got a hole in his head. He's very upset.
I bet he wants to hire us to find out who did kill him. Have you seen our back door? Very popular with our innocent clients. What are you doing around 8 o'clock tonight? Maddie and I are thinking of having a little powwow down at the radio station. Just stepped out the back door, part of our new policy. 10 minutes with each client. No more, no less. We've become a volume business, you know.
What can we do for you, Sonny?
Well, this is very
Wait,
difficult.
I'll tell you. You were just over the radio station.
Oh, Sonny. I kept calling him Skeeter. I don't know.
Boy's got an extra orifice where his forehead used to be.
Lord told you.
and now you want us to help prove you didn't do it.
I'm not going to do that. Of course I didn't do
Think
it.
carefully, we're running a special in this particular case. It's not going to be pretty. There's only one person who could have had a motive for killing your husband.
You're right so far.
Only one person could have possibly hoped to get away with his crime.
My thoughts exactly.
Only one person sneaky enough, dishonest enough, unfeeling
Who?
enough. Who?
Paul.
Sonny.
Laura.
Paul?
Paul!
Sonny.
Paul, you're alive. No. I didn't kill old man Boyd so you could have her.
Whoa.
Oh,
Maddie, buddy's on the leg!
Not my leg. Wrong leg.
look out.
I told you to bite, not eat.
I'm so sorry. From the bottom up, all you men look the same to me.
But David, you don't climb. We remember this from the pilot.
Yes. Oh, well. Nice of him to turn around and just actually, like, form up to dive.
Front page.
Front page,
Just like you promised.
just like I promised.
Are y'all even mentioned?
Boyd. I wonder what it's like being a woman men die for.
It's not all it's cracked up to be. It's hard to make plans. Dates keep getting sick, kicking off, not showing up. You want to do something tonight? Get something to eat or something, maybe?
Addison, we've been over this before. You know I have to be at home alone in bed by 9:30.
Ah, come on. It's not a school night. There's all kinds of great things going on out there. Can't you hear him?
Hear him?
Sure. Boing, 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 boing.
All right, that is it for this episode of Moonlighting. Heidi, I'll jump to you for your thoughts first.
Oh, these two. Listening to them argue like children is probably, one of the best selling points of this show, but also
Right.
really, really annoying. It's like, oh my gosh, seriously, everything that has to be said has to be argued over, apparently. So, but no, I enjoyed it. It's really, like, at one point, I don't know if it's going to stay in the edit, but he was talking about how she should be with him. I was like, already? Like, I feel like that didn't really start happening until later on into the seasons. Like, them, like, even admitting attraction for each other. So that's kind of interesting to see it this early on. Like, I felt like it was later.
I think this is a definite step up from the last episode.
Oh, for sure.
Now, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't listen to Paul on the radio if he paid me to.
Nope.
And I don't understand, the dynamics are so hokey and of the era that the show was made in.
For sure.
Very soapy, very over the top, but a lot of fun with the back and forth and the, who did what to who and, all of that good stuff. Much better than the laser storyline from last time. We just didn't care for that. But as always, what makes this work is David and Maddie's relationship and the bickering back and forth and the, them having completely different approaches to people, to life, to business, to everything under the sun.
Everything.
They're both annoying in their own way, and they
for
both
sure.
get under each other's skin like nobody else can. Always fun to see that and to see the chemistry that they have, which is fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
It's not hard to see why when the show came out it was such a different kind of thing and why it caught on the way that it did, because the dialogue, including just them talking over each other about completely different things, taking something totally opposite directions from one another, only to realize what the other's saying after it's said.
Yep.
That kind of thing is fantastic. And we really didn't get too much of that until shows like Sports Night and West Wing kind of came about later. They did the kind of walk and talk thing, but this talking over each other, trusting the viewer to follow both conversations, to meet in the middle, I like that. I really do.
I do too. I feel like, there's a lot about this show that's not particularly realistic, but that, like you do come into conversations where people are trying to put their own points across, but if they're not looking at each other, they're just going to keep talking. So I thought that was kind of fun.
I just want to know where that 7th bullet came from. Did he just like have it in his pocket like Barney Fife and just, he shot the 6 and he put one in and
one in the chamber?
I guess.
I don't know. I don't know how guns work.
I don't think that works for that kind of gun though.
I
think
don't
you can have
know.
one in the chamber. If
I
you're
don't
using
know
like a
how
magazine.
that stuff. I don't know.
Anyway, but yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of great chemistry, a lot of great dialogue in this episode as well. We want to know what you thought about it, and you can let us know in the comments down below. If you watch this on YouTube, you only got to see about 10 minutes roughly of footage, maybe a little bit less than that. If you're watching along with us on Patreon, then you had to sync it up yourself. Is this an episode that stands out to you for any reason? Is it, we've only got 6 episodes in the first season. We're 4 down now.
Yep.
And I feel like aside from the previous episode, which again had some great character stuff, but I just didn't care about the plot. I feel like mainly, we've gotten problem of the week episodes, which you would expect from a show like this.
Yep.
And I think 3 out of 4 have been pretty fun.
Pretty
so,
fun.
And really the laser one, it wasn't terrible. It just wasn't as good as the others. So
I actually didn't really hate the laser one. I mean, it was, laser. It was just what it needed to be to carry the plot forward, to make sure that these two, we see them working together. It wasn't like that part wasn't that important. It was just seeing how they work together was the more important part. So having that be the background of, the more important thing, which is the Maddie and David storyline, just seeing them kind of starting to gel, that was the more important part. So it didn't bother me as much, the plot.
Now, if you like this sort of content, you want to see more, be sure and hit that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And we are going to be back next week with episode 5. Next stop, murder. We'll see what that's all about when we get there. Until then,
Bye.
Bye.